Everybody, good afternoon. My name is Lisa Dublin. I am a health and life coach, and I help you to be able to speak, to live, and to lead with confidence. Because you know what? Like, why should you not win in life? I'm on my lunch break, and I thought I would, at this time, and perhaps reach more people. Because you know what? I used to go live all of last year, or most of last year, at 4 o'clock my time. I live in Canada now and in standard time. So, it was very early. We had a love hope I don't lose them in moving the time, but you've got to do what you've got to do. Okay. So, I wanted to talk about a couple of things, but before we do, there's something that I started last year, and I think is just super important, super positive, and a lovely way to start the day. So halfway through the day, maybe some people are like almost into tomorrow already. Wherever you're listening, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please like and share. I would appreciate. Please subscribe to the channel. You can just tell me on IG at Lisa M Dublin. I would love if you could do that. Okay, but we usually say our confessions, and they are important. So don't mind people. Everybody needs encouragement, but everybody's afraid to do what they need to do for them to be encouraged. Okay, we're not going to be those kinds of people this year. We're going to do what we need to do to get what we need to get. And so, one of the things that has always worked for me to encourage myself and to stay positive, especially being past suffered from clinical depression, is to say my confessions and to let my mind and my day know where it's going to go. It's not going to go where it just wants to. I am in control of this, or at least God is. Okay? I am blessed and above only and not beneath, the head and not the tail. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I shall lend and not borrow, and I have nothing missing and nothing broken. I have settled in myself. No matter the environment, no matter the platform, these kinds of affirmations work against across the board. Because, especially like if you get into spaces like LinkedIn and so on, I just find it a little stuffy. Okay? I'm not that kind of person. Where it's very professional, and I always question my professionalism, and part of the authenticity of being professional stems from having internal life, and it starts from knowing who I am, which is why I went into health and life coaching, to be able to do that for myself and to help other people. So why not say it in the places where it makes sense the most, which is everywhere? So I hope you join me, especially some of my diamonds in the To All the Girls Success Club over on Facebook. We say it almost every, and especially on a Saturday morning, we have something called a Saturday Spa, where it really gets spiritual stuff. I love talking about God. Just He's the best. He's the best. So especially on a Saturday morning, we go in on who our identity is in Christ and how to kind of leverage that identity into the rest of life. I believe that's what is called kind of kingdom living. Okay, I prefer that word. Like, applying those kinds of principles to life, I believe makes sense. It has made sense for me. So wherever you're joining me from, welcome. Don't forget to join me on LinkedIn, on you can follow me on IG, everywhere. All right. Okay, folks. So I wanted to get into a short topic today, and that one this is coming in. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. Okay, I wanted to get into a topic today called willing to give up. Obviously, the rest of that sentence, to make it short and sexy, but the rest of that sentence would definitely be something like, what are you willing to give up for what you want? So I know that we're in early February, and you're either of in two camps right now. Either you started your goal and they're going really well, started your goals at the beginning of 2023, and you are already perhaps kind of petering out, fizzling out, stopping the gym, stopping the drinking water, stopping eating well, stopping the things that you said that you were going to do all year long. And what is the reason for that? I did a bit of that yesterday. saying that we need to go deepening our why, the reason that you want to do what you want to do. If it's deep enough, listen, if it's deep enough, you will be able to do the sacrifice. Follow that up today. Hey, Caroline, how are you doing? Hi, Rosie. Looking to the side. Hi, Kadia. Okay, everybody. Whatever it is that you're willing to go after, you will have to sacrifice for. And, I try to be very positive and to be very encouraging, right? But as a health and life, my personal life, the one thing that I've found when going after a goal and wanting it to stick, sometimes the gloves need to come off. What do I mean by that? When you ask people, are you willing to give up to go after what you want? You get an of responses. There are people who simply want it, and if it doesn't come, it's okay. So they're very lukewarm. Okay, woo. There are other people who insist that it should not be that difficult and are resentful to the process of going out what they want. It could be doing a degree and having to shell out money, move country, maybe do it online and learn a new thing. They're not willing. They start, it's like, this is too hard. This is too hard. There's another set of people, I think perhaps a lot of people like me, who are, if the end result is going to be that good, I can stand the sacrifice. Where are you? I can't even remember the different categories that I gave, but I think perhaps along the line you might have recognized, identified yourself. Where are you? Are you the kind of person who's like, this is too hard, I don't want to do it? And why should it be so hard? Life should be easy. Why doesn't it come? The thing is, if it comes easy, I found that many people don't appreciate when things come easily to them. But when you know you fought for something and given your sweat and blood for it, you're more likely to appreciate it. So, I mean, not everything is supposed to be hard. Don't get me wrong that you need to look for the hard way to do things. No, I don't believe that. Easier way or smarter way to work, by all means, go for it. But for the most part, one of the reasons that people do not go after their goals or don't succeed in completing them is because they're not willing to give up what they need to. And here's the thing, especially since COVID, you guys, I feel like we will have to deal with COVID in terms of what it really meant philosophically, all sorts of isms, right? We'll have to deal with it. For me, COVID was a shift of so many things, I think good, some bad like everybody else, you know? And one of the things I realized during COVID, looking at who was succeeding out there and what did I want out of life, that kind of period for me of the 2.5 years of trying to figure out what I was meant for, what I wanted in life, and how did I make those options mine? And I looked at people who were doing the things that I wanted. And I'll never forget, just like, oh my gosh, going through the same process we all do, like, I want that. I want this in my life. It's not envy. It is a literal ode to what the person is doing and wanting to do it too. And I'll never forget, just realizing that if I wanted what somebody else had, I had to do what that person did. And that's where we got caught up. We get caught up. And there's another part to this. On top of not wanting to go the distance and to make the sacrifices that somebody else has made, then we get jealous, then we get envious, then we're like, why should that enjoying this or having this? Are you willing to walk in that person's shoes? A couple years ago, I did a poem called "The To All the Girls." To all the girls, it's on YouTube if you want to go check it out on my poetry channel, Lisa M Dublin. I did that poem, and in the poem, I was saying that sometimes women in particular get jealous because they can't walk in your shoes. That was the line in the poem. but they get jealous all the same. And I think I said something about size 10 shoes. But here's the thing: if I said size 10 shoes, I'm a size 11 now. too, too funny. If I said size, if you hear size, please know that I'm a size 11 shoe now at 5'9". Okay? One of my pet peeves is not being able to find shoes to fit, right? I have to literally like order shoes all the time because you walk into the stores, going to West Edmonton Mall and or any of the shoe, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, your size 11s are sold out all the time. All right, that's just like anybody out there can, identify with what I'm saying. Like they just don't have big sizes, and I understood that like when they do sizing and production, usually they make less of the size 11. So my loss, I guess. I just have to continue things off the internet for me to be able to get shoes that fit. But the point was, just in terms of what are you willing to sacrifice? You have a goal for this year, and I'm big on goal setting because, in spite of being busy, in spite of just having a couple things going on at the same time, what I found is having a process of being able to get to them, and the expectation of setting goals and doing that has helped me to be able to accomplish quite a lot. But many people are not willing to. Are you willing to get up earlier? Are you willing to shell out for the course? Are you willing to perhaps rearrange the routine to be able to get to the gym? I'll never forget when I began my lost journey. I've said this here before. If you followed me for some time, I understood the power of sacrifice to go after what I wanted. And at the time, I worked at a certain office at the university that was far away from the university gym. So I literally had to have my bag packed at 12 o'clock because I had 1 hour for lunch. And I had to be back at my desk for 1 o'clock. So, you guys, this was my routine. And I'm talking about what are you willing to do to give up want. And for me, I wanted to, I wanted to lose that weight. I wanted to develop, an exercise routine because every day that I live, I recognize more and more how important it is to be moving, exercise into your life. Drink water. Listen, basis. I have even some business clients right now, and we start with the foundations of what is your daily routine in order that you can have those foundational things in order you can put that ability to produce and to create in your business. But anyhow, I digress. So at 12 o'clock, gym bag is ready. Get to the bathroom, time myself, get into my clothes because this happened all during winter. Okay, so the winter thing had to be catered for. 7 minutes. It sounded in the Equalizer movie. 7 minutes. Get dressed in 7 minutes. Head to the gym. Get to the gym for like 12, 13. Get into a locker. Just scout for a locker very quickly. Put the padlock on. Get into the gym on a treadmill for 12:15. Literally 12:15 to 12:45 minute workout. That's it. Run for 30 minutes, the whole thing all over again, get back to the bathroom at my office and change and get to my desk for 1 o'clock. Lunch, I probably had lunch at the 3 o'clock mark when, everybody was having the coffee break. But routine, I got my run in. But I did it. But it was hard, but I did it. And I think it was those initial habit formation sacrifices that simply be somebody who runs now. Like I ran this morning. I'm trying to make it a habit and to make it a part of my life. And I believe to do that, like everybody else, you need to make sacrifices. So I want to ask you today, what are you willing to give up? And if needing help to be able to get routines and to live the kind of life that's unstuck, because literally, especially as women, we get stuck. and you don't know how to see your way, you need accountability, you need support, you need a system, reach out to me as a health and life coach. That's what I do. Anyway, folks, my time is about up here. I wanted to just tell you about two things that I have coming up. You must realize by now I love speaking, but I love speaking because it's one way for me to help people to win. And that is my why, to help you to win. Because why should you not win? And why should life think that it can just beat you down and you stay down? Absolutely not. Okay? So I have two speaking programs coming up. I've been running Speak with Confidence since 2020. I'm so happy to say, to much acclaim and much success, that people literally take off in Speak with Confidence. Last year, for the first time, hey Cindy, you have to give up flower girl. That was me. We need to talk, Cindy. I was a flower girl with the bread, the everything, the bagels. Okay, we must talk about that. Anywho, I added last year another Speak. This one was actually the business one. So this year I've named it Speak and Sell: How to Communicate for Business Success. Because here's the thing, I have never put out like a Facebook ad about my Speak with Confidence programs, and they're always sold out. I always have people subscribing. Yes, it was wonderful with having the two groups as well. And that comes from a couple things. Of course, I have proof of concept now, but I didn't when I started in 2020. And I had one of the best groups of Speak with Confidence that first year. Present things. It's what you believe about yourself and how you tell people that you can help them, that will make it look and make people want to, like, come to you for the things that what you're selling. And so I want to teach people, the entrepreneurs, the small business people. There's a separate class called Speak and Sell this time. So that program, Speak with Confidence, which is for professionals, for the managers, for the executives, and we wow group, powerful group. And what I love about it is that afterwards, you get to just join the big group. It's a lovely network of people from all over the world, literally by now, that have trained. And you get to be part of that confidence network where you can meet people, make links, make people have cross country, different countries, all of that good thing going along. But that experience, it's I have a secret sauce in there for Speak with Confidence and Speak with and so we're going to be running Speak with Confidence to April 13th, and Speak if you're an entrepreneur, somebody who has a small business, has some kind of product or service that you want to learn how to communicate so that people want to buy from you. And you don't need Facebook ads to do it. You just don't. What you need is conviction. You need to work on your mind. You need to have a clear plan, and I'll teach you how. Okay? So that runs from March 7th to 10th to April 15th. So basically, well, when you get into the program, I tell you more about it. My post is I'm just kind of waiting on my guy. So look out for that. But Speak with Confidence, and secondly, Speak and Sell, Communicate for Business Success. These two programs are coming up March 9th to April 13th and March 10th to April 14th. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss these. So you choose, if you're a professional, get into Speak with Confidence. It changes lives. People have gone on to be, get into the media, start their own programs, not be afraid anymore to face the camera and to communicate with power and passion, and to just know that there's somebody out there who wants to hear what you. There is. You can't be speaking to people either for business or in a professional setting and have in the back of your mind that nobody wants to hear what I have to say. That is what you're going to communicate. There is one person who I can reach today. There is one person who perhaps knew me or is meeting me for the first time who will be affected in a positive way by my energy. Let's go. So I'm going to teach you how to be that way in your own, identity or culture, etc. It's the same kind of mindset that makes you positive and makes you able to communicate, with much success. So look out for that. Anywho, you guys, my time is up. I'll see you tomorrow. You and I need to talk. You guys, sorry if I'm not seeing your comments because I'm kind of on a allows me to go several places at the same time, several platforms. So I apologize if you are commenting. I'll go back in, still my lunch hour, and just kind of see what everybody has said and respond. See you tomorrow. This time works for everybody. And yeah, tomorrow I want to talk about what have you learned from. I have this thing about picking apart your pain. And so we're going to look at the things that have tripped you up, not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth.